Okay.
Okay, we live. Hello. Hello, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
I don't know who's here. I forgot to schedule. I forgot to tell everybody that I was for sure going live today, so my apologies ahead of time.
That's
But people can
okay.
watch this on replay, too.
That's right. Well, how you feeling, Britt? I'm so glad you're back.
uh, I'm tired, but, you know, that's
You're getting
to be
there.
expected. Yeah.
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 Well, you gave us all quite a little bit of a scare. I'm sure, including yourself.
Yeah, I think I gave everybody I know a scare.
Yeah, but we are happy that you came through and got some
Usually mother of
answers
the
about
brat. Hey, Nikki
what
May.
happened. Hey, Nikki
Yeah,
May. Hey, Lindsay.
britches.
Oh goodness.
I know. I didn't mean to scare everybody.
Yeah,
I think
tell
I
her,
probably scared. I
Kimberly,
think
tell her.
I probably scared Megan the most, just because she was the one I texted,
Yeah, I was worried.
and I
Um,
basically just was like, let me see. I don't even remember what I said to you. I was basically just like,
well, you
I'm in
had
the ER.
right. You said you were in the ER and that your throat was closing up, and so I kind of freaked out a little bit. I think I even had messaged. I forgot when I messaged Nikki May to tell her or to talk to her about it, but she knew I was worried too, and I know she was. We were
Oh
both
shit! You
worried,
almost dropped your
actually.
burger. Well, I'm glad you didn't drop the burger. Hey, Nat. Oh, I forgot to give you a
Oh,
link if
hey,
you want to
Nat.
come now.
I hadn't
What did
seen
they
you in a while.
say? Well, I'll just start from like
Yeah, start
the
from the beginning.
basics of what happened. So what happened was this. Okay, so from the beginning, I was actually kind of I was sick. Um, I don't know exactly what I was sick from. It was just a viral
Right.
infection that I had, and so I
Yeah.
wasn't feeling good that whole week before. And like
Right.
3 days before all this had happened, I was talking to Megan and Nikki May, and I said my eye had like swollen shut. My right eye, it was like
Right.
swollen, and I think I sent a picture to Megan. I can't remember. And
You did.
I was like, man, I'm just not feeling that great. And plus, with my um iron being low, I just thought I was, some just little viral thing.
Yeah.
So it was the last Wednesday night. I was not feeling like I was feeling okay. I wasn't like my eyes was feeling a little bit better. And then all of a sudden it was probably about 10:30 and I noticed that my throat was kind of hurting. And I was like, what's going on? Like I was like trying to swallow. And have you ever had it where it's like you get like spit in the back of your throat or like a loogie and it's like not coming out? And so you keep
Yeah.
trying to
Like.
like bring up whatever's in the back of
Right.
your throat.
Yeah. Like when you get a lot of congestion and stuff
Yeah. So, or just something. It just felt like something was there,
stuck
and
in
it
your
was
throat. Yeah.
and it was just thanks, hello, Grace coming, thank you.
Which
Um,
had to be very. It was probably aggravating at first until it got scary. I'm sure when it
yeah,
wouldn't
it
go
was
away.
definitely
Yeah.
So then like it was probably 2 hours between like trying to eat stuff, drink stuff. I'd taken some cold medicine. I was like, okay, well, I mean, I'll just go to the ER and get checked out. So this was probably about 11:45 at night. And I was like, I'll just run myself to the ER. My husband's sleeping, family sleeping. I'm just gonna go and get checked out. Just it's probably nothing, because I'm always in like I kind of like become like the hypochondriac about things.
Yeah.
Just because
You've been
I've
through
had
so
some.
much
I've
with your
been through so
health.
much, yeah. With my
Right.
health, I've been through
So
so
you
much,
have every right to be, you know?
yeah. And so they, I got to the hospital and I checked in, and then it took a few minutes for them to like actually get me to the triage area. And I got back
Right.
there, and they took they like they asked me questions, and then I couldn't talk as well either. I noticed like, and when Megan talked to me the next morning, she could hear it that like there sounded like there was something in my throat, like you
It
could
did.
tell.
You sounded
Um,
completely different.
yeah, and so I so they took my blood pressure, and it was 199 over like 165. It was super high, way
Oh
higher than it should
goodness.
have been. And I
Yeah.
think my oxygen was at like 86% or something like that. And I didn't have temperature, but everything else was really high. My
But
heart
you,
rate was really high.
yeah, you weren't getting enough oxygen in
No, not at all.
with your
Um,
throat being swollen like that. That's so
yeah.
scary.
So the nurse that took me back, because it was like she looked at my throat, did everything, that immediately took me back into the back of the, into the ER. And
Right.
she said it looked like there was a fingertip or a finger and sitting in the back of my throat. Hey,
Wow.
Sharon.
Hi,
No, they
Sharon.
didn't. They Kimberly Mother Rock. They did not intubate me. Thankfully, that would have sucked
But
a lot.
they did give you a shot, or you had more than one shot of
So
epinephrine.
yeah. So then, um, hey Cherry K. um, and they were trying to do the IV at the same time they did an epi shot. So there was one, and then they did stick me like 3 times. I finally was like, okay, you guys, you have to use, because I told them I had really bad pain. Like, please just use the ultrasound machine. They're like, well, we need to
Right.
get a thing in, and
An IV
hey
in.
Brandy, get an IV in, and I was like, okay, oh, okay, all right.
So they
Um,
made a pin cushion out of you, poor thing.
Pretty much, yeah. My arms are still all bruised up and all that. So then they, I, so they were able to get the IV in finally, and they gave me another epi shot, steroids, and some Benadryl through my IV. And it kind of helped, but like it took like hours for my throat to finally like even just the swelling to go down a little bit. Hey,
Right.
Crystal.
Hey, Cursola.
And so I like was like didn't know what was going on. It was probably by this time they had said, okay, well we're gonna do a CT scan of your neck to check and see what's going on, like make sure it's not too bad. And I was like, okay. And then I called my husband because they had left the door open, and I heard that they were saying that they were having a hard time finding any ICU beds because my oxygen was still so bad and
Yeah.
my and everything. And so and granted, I was drugged up because I was, they had given me medication and all that to help. Um and I
Yeah.
was just like, what do I do? You know, I was kind of freaking out. So I called my husband by this time, and I was like, babe, I don't know what's going on, but they said something about that they might have to keep me in the ICU, and or maybe they might have to life flight me to a different like area because of
Oh,
like
right.
there's no ICU beds. And he's like, okay, I'll be there
Goodness.
in a minute. So like I didn't even ask him, but of course you could tell like
He
there
was
was,
worried. Yeah.
yeah, I was drugged up for sure.
Yeah.
So then it was, I don't know. It was probably, I think it was around 6:15. I texted Megan and was like, "Hey, my uvula has swollen up. Blah 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 blah." Told her what was going on. So then she like didn't see it for an hour, and I was like, "Oh, I guess she just either was running late." I figured something. You'd see it,
Yeah. It was
and
that morning that yeah, I didn't see it right away because I was taking my daughter to school.
yeah, I figured
Right.
that was what it was. So
Yeah.
I wasn't like super stressed about it.
So that's why
Um,
I freaked out because I missed it when you first sent it.
yeah,
So,
and the ER. So the ICU doctor, didn't want to take care of me because I was in the ER when he should have been the ICU doctor.
all gonna be gone by the end of the week.
Are those socks?
Yeah.
Where did those come from? Anyway, sorry, my husband bought socks.
Renfro socks.
Oh, that's okay.
I don't know where he got them from.
Renfro socks.
I know where he got them, but I don't know why he got them. Sorry, guys.
You just go.
Okay, bye. Sorry, guys, my kid.
That's all right.
To be in charge. So they, I know, right? Trolling me today. How rude. Just joking. So let's see what else. I was like freaked out because they were like, yeah, we're gonna have to life flight her, and I thought they were gonna put me like on a plane and life flight me up, which was
Right.
fine because plane, that's not a big deal. Um, but okay, so back to the doctor. The ICU doctor didn't want to take care of me because I wasn't in the ICU. The ICU is not that far from the ER, but the doctor's being a douchebag, and he wouldn't give
Right.
me anything for pain medication. Um, and I was like, why not? Like, I was like, I'm in a lot of pain. My throat hurts really bad. Like, my lungs hurt from having to breathe so much. And he's like, well, you're allergic to medications. And I'm like, yeah, but I can take, I can have certain medications and it's fine. So he finally
Yeah.
did. And then, but then, like, the nurses had to, like, and the ER doctors had to fight for me just, like, to get a bed in a
Right.
different area and all of that. Because, I mean, we have 2 hospitals and they're not super big in my area. So they ended up having to send me about 3 hours away from my hometown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot better now.
Yes. Thank goodness.
Yes, and so it was about 11 o'clock, and they're like, "All right, well, we got you a bed, blah blah blah," and I was like, "Okay," and they're like, "But we have to life flight you with a helicopter," and I was like,
Oh
"What?"
wow.
I was like, "No,"
Great. Yeah.
I was like, "I've never been on a helicopter before. One, I'm scared of heights. I don't like turbulence. It freaks me the f out."
Right. Oh, I'd have been freaked out too. But luckily, they gave you something to calm your nerves on the flight.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So they get me all strapped in, and the 2 ambulance guys are super cool, nice guys. But if you've never been like life flighted, which most people haven't, they make you
Right.
like they cocoon you in a blanket, which I hate. I hate having my feet covered or my legs, and then they strap you down. So my legs are strapped down, and it's like annoying as hell. And we get going, and we like, I think I was about 15 minutes into the flight, and I was really trying to like not complain. All I said was I get motion sickness, so they had given me stuff for that. And I'm like, as we're going, it's a helicopter, so you're hitting bumps, you're hitting all sorts of stuff. And so I'm like, what the heck is going on? And so I'm like gripping the straps because I'm so scared. And they are like, are you okay? And I was like, I shook my head no at them. And they're like, do you want us to give you some Ativan? And I was like,
Yes,
yes,
please.
yes. So they gave me some. And then that helped a lot. But then it got even more windy because we were going through a mountain range. And they're like, we're going through the Cascade Mountain Range. It's going to get really windy. Do you want us to give you a little bit more? And I was like, yes, please. So they give me it, and I had taken my pillow with me, which was great because I will tell you this: if you ever have hospital stays, try and have like a pillow and a blanket that are yours
Yeah,
for a hospital stay. It
definitely.
definitely makes your hospital stay a lot more relaxing. So they dope me up. Like they completely was out of it. I don't even know if I was awake or not. I was probably asleep. So I remember like, okay, we're 3 minutes from landing, and I was like, okay. And I remember landing, and then I remember like getting up into the room, and it was a really pretty hospital. It was a nice hospital. The staff treated me really good, being 3 hours, and my husband, nobody was there with me for the first day. It was just me by myself. And they were all really good to me. And but it was like, as soon as we got there, they're like, I'm like, where's my pillow? And they're like, oh, the helicopter um paramedics wanted to keep it. I was like, wait, what are you talking about? They're like, yeah, I think they kept it. And I was I was still totally drugged up. And I was like,
Right.
oh, well, okay. They're like, no, I think they put it over in that drawer. And I was like, oh, okay. So I grabbed the pillow, unmake the bed, and I throw the pillow down, lay down. I let them do their thing, check me in, all that, and just passed out. I don't know how long I slept or anything like that. So, you know,
Right.
yeah. But the Ativan, I mean, that was, I don't remember much with the Ativan in my system. So my oxygen levels were still pretty bad.
Right. I remember that.
Sorry, not something and I missed it. I think she just said that she was up with the baby. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. So then the next day they were like, okay, um, everything's looking better. They're like, we're gonna let you go home. And I was like, well, my husband's not here yet because he had to drive 3 hours to get me. So I think it was about 3, I was released from the hospital. And I was feeling fine. They'd given me some, hey, the dark magician. They had given me some, I think it was Percocet, I think it was. And I was fine. I felt good when they released me. And I talked to Megan. We did a little bit of shopping. We'd gotten a hotel room because we were just gonna stay the night. And it was about 9 o'clock, and I couldn't my breathing was really starting to get hurt again, and just like really my chest was killing me,
Yeah.
and my throat was hurting, and so we went back to the hospital. It's only been 4 or 5 hours since I'd been there, and we told them what was going on, and they I was in the ER, and the doctor and the nurses in the ER were assholes. They weren't listening. My
Right.
oxygen was still really bad. My blood pressure wasn't real great at the time. I figured what happened is they given me pain medication in the hospital, but didn't give
Yeah.
me any to take home with me. So
Right.
it had worn off. So then I felt like, all of it.
Exactly.
And so I ended up, they're like, well, we don't have any beds now. And I'm like, how do you guys not have any beds? This hospital's huge. Like, I didn't get it. I think that they just didn't want to do all the paperwork to put me in a room for a night. And
Right.
they're like, well, you can just stay in the ER. And I'm like, okay, but I'm in a lot of pain. Can you give me? They're like, well, I'm like, I don't care what it is. Just so they're like, well, we'll give you some Toradol. And I was like, okay, fine. But by this time, I was like bawling. It was nothing was working.
Yeah. That's awful.
And I don't cry. Like, I'm not a big crier, but um, when I am in the hospital, it brings back a lot of PTSD for me.
Right.
And when a doctor's a big jerk face, it just doesn't help the situation. And so it was midnight, and the doctor that was my doctor had gone. He left to, he was off.
Yeah.
And this new doctor came in, looked at me, had to talk to the nurse, obviously. He's like, I'll just give you some pain medication to go home with, and you go home and you just get some sleep. Yeah,
Yeah.
Toradol's crap. It doesn't work.
No.
And so it doesn't. And I was like, okay. And so, but by this time, I had been bawling. Like, I don't cry. I had been crying for probably half an hour, 45 minutes. And my husband does not know what to get. He doesn't even he doesn't know how to handle when I'm breaking down because I don't do it
Right.
very often. And I know I felt like he was agreeing with the doctor that well, there's nothing we can do, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, they could have given me pain. The doctor could have given me something.
Right.
You know, he could have given me a low dose of morphine. I mean, come on. He could have. Hey,
Something.
Mrs.
Yeah.
Cassandra, they could have done something. And I didn't, because I was asking for like 120 pills. I mean, I was fine if they'd given me one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I was just kind of like, whatever. And so they did end up doing that. So by the time we left, it was probably like 1 o'clock in the morning from the ER. And because I was like, they told me I could stay the night there in the ER. And I was like, nope, I want to go home. So I got home and, well, not home. We got out. And I looked at my
Right.
husband and I said, I just want to go home. I mean, we had a hotel room, we paid for it, and he's like, "We're not going to go to sleep anytime soon. We could just drive home." I know. You and Nikki were so pissed. You guys were ready to drive all the way over here, or fly or something. It was not, yeah. So,
Yeah, we were
um,
both ready to come over there on a flight to have a talk with the doctors in that ER.
yeah, the doctor was an
Definitely.
asshole.
Right.
Yeah, and so it was just one of those like, okay, so we drove home at 1 o'clock in the morning. Or it was probably by the time we got home, like got going, it was later than that. Probably like 2 in the morning we left, and of course we had to drive over the Cascade Mountain Range to where we live.
Yeah.
And we hit snow. It was great. It was fine. I think I slept most like off and on through all. Oh, thank you. You should have. You could have come see me. Probably wasn't that far away, really. Um, and so I was in Bend because I don't live in Bend, so I don't care. People don't know that, like I was in Bend, Oregon. So like I'm not saying where I live because 3 hours could be, and I didn't say which way, so
Yeah.
it could be either
Exactly.
way. So it was definitely like I was gonna have them fly me into Portland. That was like it was gonna be Portland, and then a bed opened up in Bend. Otherwise, I was going to get flown to Portland. And my husband wasn't really happy about that. Oh, hey, Dina. Thank you. And I just want to tell everybody thank you all so much for like all your love and support. I definitely felt it. Megan was letting me know everybody that was messaging. And I actually did keep up like with things on Twitter. I just was so tired.
Yeah.
I didn't like message,
Respond.
yeah,
Yeah.
respond or anything like that.
Well,
It was
I
just,
was doing updates pretty regularly
yeah,
for
and
you.
I did look at the updates, and I think sometimes I would like something or
Right.
um, but it was more like I just was so tired to respond because not being able to breathe takes a lot out of you.
Oh, definitely.
So I went to the allergist yesterday, and they said what they think has happened was that it's a viral infection that attacks your like mucous membranes, like where the really mucousy parts.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think Pioneer would have made it better. No, I don't think it would have. Sorry, I'm like trying to look, but yeah. Oh no, yeah, my husband packed a dress for me that like I wore to the ER and like that was it. Like he didn't even pack a coat or anything. I'm like, babe, I kind of need a coat. Like so we ended up going to Old Navy because I was like after I'd gotten out of the hospital the first time. And so as a Mother's Day gift, he kind of let me buy whatever I wanted. So I got a couple of new things. Um,
That was sweet.
yeah, don't ever ask your spouse to pack your bags. I agree, Kimberly Mother Ross.
Oh, yeah.
Mother
You
Ross.
never know what they're going to
I'm
pack
just
for
calling
you.
you Kimberly Mother Ross because that's how I know you. But I know you have every
Right.
name on here now. And never let your husband pack it for you.
No.
And so at least you remember like my blankets and my pillows. So that, that he got a plus for that. Um, so they said that the doctor said that it is a viral infection. It like, it'll attack different mucous membranes. So it attacked my uvula and made it swollen.
Right.
And he's like, there's really nothing you could have done to like stop it. It just happens when you're sick sometimes. And so he's like, but you're gonna have to take an antihistamine for the next 3 months. And I was like, okay, I guess I can do that. I don't really like taking medication unless I have to. Um, so yeah, that's my story of what happened. He acts like I'm going to a job interview, not going to jammies.
Hopefully,
Yeah,
it was a one-time thing, and you'll never have to experience that again.
me too. I hope so. I
And
do
I
have
think
an
also,
EpiPen that I have to carry around now,
yes,
though.
just in case. Thank God. And then
Mhm.
you have also have been prescribed to take new allergy medicine, which I think will help you a lot. So
Yeah,
just in
yeah,
case.
he told me, and they I have to do a blood test. It's for something like, I don't remember what he said it was for, but it's like something like really rare that can happen, and so he wants me to do the blood test just to be on the safe side. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. So basically, I've been sleeping this last week since I got out of the hospital Friday. I guess not week, but since Friday, I've just been sleeping, like or
Trying to,
reading.
yeah, let
I
your
pop
body
in.
heal.
Mhm. So, they put me on Zyrtec.
Yes. And we have been telling her she needs to get as much rest
It was
as she
not the
can.
pineapple pizza. Let's just say my husband. I can't tell that story. My husband would kick my ass. Sorry, Meg. I would tell that story, but he would kick my ass. We all know this. It's really funny, though. It's the funniest part, don't you think?
Yeah.
About what was going on before that. And I had to tell the
Yeah.
doctors.
Yes. I don't think I could have told the
Uh,
doctor that.
I know. I don't know how I did. I drew like really honest with the doctor. Well,
Yeah,
I
because you're scared if you
mean,
don't tell them, then they might not,
mhm,
but I still don't
mhm.
think I could have done that.
Let's just say I fell asleep the night before because it was the night before, like the day before was our anniversary, and I fell asleep, and I was just making up to my husband. Let's just say, and some things involve your throat. and
Yeah.
and so then I had to tell the doctors that was something that kind of irritated my throat. And I mean,
Look at
I know
Nat.
Nat. That's my
Gross.
Nat's gross. Sorry, Nat.
She didn't want to hear that.
So I had to tell the doctors. I was so embarrassed.
Oh, I would have been so embarrassed too.
And then, like, the doctor was like, "Yeah, that's not. I don't think that's a reason." And so my husband's like, "Yeah, see, the doctor said it's not a reason to not do it anymore." And I was like, "I think it's a great reason to not do it anymore, just to
Yeah,
be
just what a
safe."
man would say, huh?
Inappropriate.
Inappropriate. You're gonna chase
Yeah.
Nat right on out of the chat.
I know. That was the funniest part of this whole thing. I mean, yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot.
I
I
didn't put
mean,
that in the update at all. Just,
well, I mean,
I left that
only
for you
I
to
would have
tell.
something like, it's not nasty. Don't lie. It's a healthy thing in a relationship. It's healthy.
Right.
And I don't mind doing them. So whatever. That's why he loves me.
It was y'all's anniversary.
It
So
was. I was
there's
making
that.
up for it. I was making up for it. We were, yeah. So I just thought it was hilarious. Like I had to tell the doctors, but like I was like, I mean, like what else was I gonna, I did. They did have an ENT, ear, nose, and throat doctor come in and check like the back of my throat too, like with a scope. And he's like, "Yeah, your throat looks fine besides the uvula swollen all the heck." So
Yeah, I did tell Nikki May about it.
I'm not a typical male response, right?
Yep.
Yes, I know, because I thought it was hilarious. Only I would do it. Only I would think it was funny. Well, I mean, I'm not the only one who thinks it's funny, but
Well, and then just I'm sure that it scared you that it had something to do with it since it happened after you were doing
right,
that.
it was.
You
It was
know?
definitely scary because I mean, it could be because you never know. I
Right. So you
could
were
have gotten
thinking, what did I
yeah,
do?
like could I have had an allergic reaction to something? I'm just saying.
Right. You never know.
It wasn't butt sex. No, it wasn't butt sex.
There
Yes,
are
Dottie's in
cases
live
of
tonight.
women being allergic to their man's.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly. So you never know what you can be allergic
yeah.
to.
It wasn't butt sex, so we're good, right? Yeah, yep, we're good.
Right.
Yeah, I think Dottie's in live tonight, right?
Yeah, she is.
I know Nikki May.
How I ended up in the ER.
I'm in that. I'll be in that one. Remember it was a TLC show. It was like the
Oh
weird
yeah.
stories of
Uh,
the ER.
right. That's right. You need to have a story on there for sure now.
Oh hell, poor Nat.
Yeah, she's like, I've heard way more than I wanted to hear.
Nah, I probably would have told her anyways. We're sisters. I tell her
Yeah.
things. She got a really pretty tattoo though.
Oh, nice.
She needs to take a picture of it and send it to me so I can send it to Meg.
Yeah. Please do. I'd love to see it.
And Nat's like, dude, can we stop talking about Brit and BJ's? I'm right there with you. Let's just stop talking about it.
Yeah, moving on.
So that was the funny part of all of this, but it
Yeah.
still sucks. And it's one of those fluke things. And I'm weird. I'm not 1% that weird shit happens to.
Right.
And you know, it's. I think the scariest part was being life flighted because yeah, that sucks. Yeah, and I
Oh,
get over here.
definitely. That
Oh
had to be
shoot,
so
sorry, I'll be
scary.
quiet. Oops. Nobody else in our family watches it. Oops. Sorry. Got in trouble. Nobody else watches this. Nat, don't worry about it.
Oh, whoops.
Oops. Sorry. Anyways,
Okay, well,
yeah.
you're fine if nobody watches it. That would.
No, Nat's the only one I think that comes in here. And
Okay.
so Nat, I don't see how you're gonna hide that for very long though. Just saying. It's like your
Right.
whole arm. It's from your elbow to your top of your shoulder.
Oh, well, yeah, there's that.
Good luck hiding that in the summertime.
Yeah.
Anyways, well, sorry.
Well, she's probably
Oh,
planning on
I know.
announcing it.
No. Hello. No. Have you met my family? No, you haven't actually. Um,
Nope.
we're Mormon, and
Yeah.
having tattoos is like
Is
a
a
big
no
like
no.
no, not a no, but like they say your body's a temple, and would you go and like spray paint the temple? That's kind of their analogy.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
So that's kind of where it comes from. Um, I don't care. I thought it was really pretty. I have never gotten one. Um, oh, she sent a picture to you.
Oh, okay. I will definitely look at it when we, finish in here. Because if I go out, I will kick myself out since I'm on my phone. But I will check it
Yeah.
out as soon as we're done. I can't wait to
And I would
see.
end up in the ER for it. Yep. Yep. For sure. For sure. Yeah,
Yep.
they don't really like it when you do that kind of stuff. You get your tongue pierced and tattooed when you're Mormon. They're not. They kind of look down on you for that.
Right.
I know.
I can only
True.
imagine.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm not practicing, so it's one of those like I I will say this about I love the Mormon culture about families and all of that, but I have my own like issues with things, and so while I have a lot of respect for people in the church and my family and
Yeah.
all of that. I mean, you don't have to give up Dr. Pepper, and a lot of people drink tea. I mean, I think it's more about like how you choose to relate what they're saying to you, because I feel like the word
Right.
of wisdom is what we call it isn't about so much that you need to give it up. It's just like things aren't good for you, like smoking and drinking and all that isn't good for you. But if you do it in moderation, I don't feel like it's a bad thing. That's my interpretation on it. Other people are like, no, you can't do this, can't do that. But that's just not how I interpret it. Like for me, that's
Right.
not how I interpret it. Like I, if I want to have an iced mocha from Dutch Brothers, then I will, and I don't feel bad about it. I just have learned that, like, I love God and God, and all that, but no, the Book of Mormon does not say that pineapple pizza is a sin, Kimberly. I'm dying.
Nope.
No, it's not. Yeah. Jesus still loves you and your tattoos, Kimberly.
Yes,
That's
that's
what Nikki
right.
said. So, yeah, I'm still like, I mean, I still believe in a lot of the religion, and
Yeah.
all of that. I just don't go to church. If that
Right.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I don't
I'm kind
follow
of
a
the
lot
same
of it,
way.
but I think because when you're raised a certain way, um, you know, uh, you just kind of like go that way. But honestly, I'm way too uh too naughty in my brain to be Mormon sometimes. I'm way too like I don't have filters. So
Yeah.
I get myself in trouble.
I
So
definitely
oh,
say yes on that.
I'm excited to go. We're actually going away this weekend. I told
That's
you about
right.
that.
Yes, you
Yeah,
sure did. I'm
we're gonna go
excited for
to
you.
yeah. I think it's just gonna be me and Greg and Laura that are
Okay.
we're gonna go to the coastal region.
That'll be
My
nice.
family. Well, yeah, it's my mom's youngest brother. He lives
Yeah.
over on the coast, and so we're gonna go see him and his wife.
Okay.
So it'll be fun.
Y'all are leaving
Um,
tomorrow, huh? Right? Friday?
oh yeah, yeah. I guess we are. We're leaving tomorrow.
Well, that will be fun. And what, coming
Yes,
back Sunday?
exactly, Nat. That's exactly. You're still practicing, and you know where your head and heart are at, and that's all that matters. You can't let anybody
Right.
else, you know, make you choose what you want to do with your body and how you do your thing. And if you and your husband are fine with it, then that's it's all that matters. Like that's really where it counts.
Exactly.
Hey, guess what? We got our truck back finally. I think I told you, but
Yeah, yesterday you had mentioned it. I'm glad I finally got it back.
yeah, we did. Oh my gosh, Nikki May, you're so silly. This is Papa John 420. Pineapple pizza is the greatest nutrient in all the land.
Yum. It's making me want some.
I know, y'all talking about pineapple pizza. See, but okay, so some people like pineapple pizza. Like, I like it with bacon, like bacon chunks, not the big, like, Canadian realm, like ham.
Yeah.
No, I don't like that. I think it's gross. But I like it with, like, bacon bits on it. Like, that's how I
Okay.
like it.
I haven't had it like that.
Oh, that the gas line got attacked and that our gas is, like, pretty much gone. Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yep.
Yeah, the gas line, there's a huge cyber attack against the pipeline over the
Right.
weekend.
And it's causing a gas shortage.
Hmm.
I had to go
Luckily,
to
our
4 gas
vehicles are all.
stations. Yeah, all
Luckily,
filled
we
up right
have
now.
none of ours are bad right now. Like, I haven't seen anywhere in town where they're, like, out of gas. So
Well, I think it made people panic
maybe
over here.
Oregon. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe Oregon just wasn't hit that bad.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, my husband always stays on top of, like, our cars, though. It's like, if it gets past, like, a half a tank, he wants to refill it because in case something ever happens. And I think we have gas tanks in the basement. So, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
getting ridiculous. Yeah, and I have a Mazda, and it gets really good gas mileage. So,
Right.
yeah. I don't think it's that bad out west, honestly, Nat. I think that's maybe why it is. I think it was worse on, like, the west coast or the east coast, I mean, and, like,
Yeah.
the Midwest kind of, or south. I don't know.
Right.
There's certain places where it isn't as bad, but the gas prices are ridiculous. Good thing I have
Definitely.
a little Mazda 3 car that I can drive anywhere I want. And our truck gets okay in gas mileage, so, and we don't drive the truck a lot, so. Oh, that would make sense. This is Canada.
Yeah.
Just offensive fruit. Pineapple is not offensive. It's
No,
good.
it's not. It is good.
I always like, can you put extra pineapple on for me, please?
Yes, me too.
I don't know what it is here. I think it's a little more expensive here. But we also don't pay taxes on our gas, so.
Yeah, that's how much ours is here. Also, about 240, 235 to 240.
Oh, yeah, California is always way worse than everybody else.
Right.
It's against my religion, pineapple is. Some people are weird and, like, they freak out, so then they, like, have to, like, they have, like, this, like, like, in their brain they think, like, that it's, like, the end of the world. And some
Yep.
people just have read one too many, like, books.
Exactly.
Like, Church of Kim, you shall not take of offensive fruit on pizza.
Offensive
Barbecue
fruit on
pineapple is
pizza.
super yummy. Have you ever had that, Meg?
No.
It's like what you do is you cut pineapple up, right? And then you put it on the barbecue, but you put a little bit of sugar on it.
Ooh.
And then you just, like, grill it where it gets some grill marks. Oh my gosh, it's so yummy.
Yum. That does sound good.
You lied at 320. Oh well, that's okay. I won't tell on you. I'll lie about other stuff. I'll lie for you now, but you know me. I gotcha. I'll cover for you. Now, okay, wait. Apple pie pizza is
Apple
bomb. I
pie
bet it is.
pizza.
That sounds really good. I would go for that.
Yeah,
Where's
I
that
would
at?
try
And when
that.
can I order it? Like a fruit pizza for me, oh yes.
Mm.
Yeah, and you partake in pineapple. That was funny. Pineapple. That was the funniest thing I've seen on Twitter in a long time. She got a little drunk and accidentally put pineapple instead of pineapple. I don't like apple pie. Honestly, I think I do. I don't like. I think it's gross. But I've never heard of it. But that does sound good. Like I like apples. I just don't like apple pie very much.
Right. And I like it.
And I don't like cherry pie either. But I love cherries.
Yeah.
It was an accident. Cherry K accidentally said that she like wanted pine anal instead of pineapple. So then I was like, we had this whole like um joke.
Right.
I love berry pie too. I love
That's
lemon
funny.
meringue pie. Lemon meringue or like banana.
Mm.
Those are my favorite.
Yeah. That sounds good too.
And then now my next worry interest is when we are getting our 60-day notice. Because the people that own this house, they're getting divorced, and the divorce is final tomorrow.
Okay.
So we will find out what's going on in the next few days.
Right.
If we are going to trying to find a house, which I highly doubt we're going to be able to find because there's no houses here. We're going to be living in my trailer, my 16-foot trailer, in my aunt's backyard, until we can find a place.
Well, I hope y'all can find something. I know something will come up.
Hang it off. Why would I do that? I don't think. I mean, I don't think that we'll have to move until like August.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's better than 10. That is true. And my aunt and uncle have a bigger house, so it's not like we would just be like we would be stuck in the trailer. You know, they work all day, and her husband drives truck, so he's gone during the week. So it wouldn't
Right.
be like a bad deal if we had to live with them for a little bit until we could find something. It's just we want to buy a house, but the housing market is so crazy here right now because we had those fires last year, and so there's really not a lot of housing. And if the houses go on the market, they're so expensive, and they're gone like quickly. Yeah, we're looking around. We've been looking around.
Yeah. Figured you
But
had.
a decent house is like $2,000 a month, and
Wow.
I just don't see how we could afford it. There's just,
Yeah.
you know, um, if we decided to just take our 18-year-old out and have me like, okay, we're getting a 2-bedroom, we probably would be able to find something a little bit easier. But since we need a 3-bedroom because of him, yeah. Sorry, guys, gotta do my phonies.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm
Gotta
just
be able to
sniffing stuff.
breathe.
Just phonies. Yep. Just sniffing the phonies. My nose is all stuffy. But I've missed you guys so much. I've missed like everybody.
I
Like a
know.
ton.
I've missed us being live and all that good stuff.
And I promise I will be better about going live. It's just I've been so tired that
That's
it really
okay.
does
We
take a toll
understand.
on me.
Yeah. You need your
And
rest.
yeah, I want to grow my channel and stuff, but I also have to take care of myself mentally and physically. So
Definitely.
I will say this though. Going in the ER and all the hospitals say definitely triggered my PTSD really bad. So oh, thanks. I know. I missed you guys a lot. I missed, you know, being able to get on here and just talk and see
Right. Oh,
everybody.
just
And
being able to talk to you at all. I was definitely missing
I
it.
know, I know. Me and so me, Meg, and Nikki usually talk like every day. like in Discord, we just like will be on there for hours talking about who knows what, whatever we
Right.
feel like. And of course, me, I'm like so tired. I've been wanting to do it, and yesterday we did, and it was awesome. And
Yes,
Dottie
because I
dropped
was
in, so we got to talk to Dottie for a little bit.
right.
And
That was your first time since you've been
mm-hmm.
sick.
Yeah, I miss everybody. Like I definitely miss everybody, and I miss like being in lives and all that. And doing my own lives, I definitely miss. Then of course I want to grow my channel, and I'm trying to think of fun and new exciting ways to like make the channel a little bit more. So I'm growing it a little bit more. I'd like to get it to grow. I only have a year before like I lose all my watch hours, so a year goes by
You'll
fast,
get
and I don't
there.
want to. Yeah, so I don't know. I think about what could be different on the channel. Um, you gave yourself PTSD with KJ Snark. Yeah, I mean the house we're in. I was looking. This is Cassandra. The house we're in right now is 1,200 a month, but we've lived in the house for 7 years, so I think that's why it's not as high. They probably could. Jack, it's like, my
Right.
kind of my hope is that they don't like. The lady just wants us to stay here, and we can keep renting from her, and she can
Right.
just up the
Yeah.
rent a little bit more, and then she could like buy herself a place. So I don't know. We're just kind of hoping that like that will work out like that, because I know that if she has to sell this place, she's gonna have to pay a huge lump sum because it's a second home. I hate moving
Right.
too. I hate change. I hate moving.
Oh, me too.
So it's one of those like that's why we want to buy a house, but because the market is so like it's not a buyer's market right now, it's a seller's market. And the houses, I've seen houses just like right down the road from me go for sale, and then within like 3 days they already have like sale pending.
Right.
So, and they're going for like, a house that used to go for 175 is going for double that.
Wow.
So, it's frustrating. But I mean, it'll all work out. I just can't stress about it too much.
Yeah, don't do that to
Because if I do,
yourself.
then I'm because if I do, I just stress myself out more.
Right. It's all going to work out.
It will. So, anyways, well, I think I'm gonna jump off. I didn't want to do a super long live today.
Yeah.
I'm just kind
Get
of
some rest.
yeah. So, um, yeah, the housing market is annoying.
Yeah.
Um, so anyways, but yeah, I'm gonna jump off of here. Just want to tell everybody again, thank you. I love you all, and I appreciate all the love and support you guys have given us. Um, and thanks for coming in and just chatting. I miss you all, and yeah, I can still I'll rest it. So yep, I will. And yeah, I'm sure you'll see me in lives. I usually pop my head in every once in a while, say hi or
Yeah.
whatnot. And once I feel a little better, I'll get back to a better schedule of being live. It's just how it goes. But thank you all for coming. Thank you for anybody who watches this on replay. I love you all, and we will talk to you later.
Have a good day, everybody.